See, my first time in the back of a police car wasn't because I was breaking the law. It wasn't because I was doing something wrong. It's because I was waiting for my little sister to get off the school bus, and because I was black, and because I fit a description. And I ended up in the back of a police car at the age of 12.
That ain't right.
I was set up from a young age to know I was seen as dangerous and as a target.
Hi, my name's Candace Montgomery. I'm an organizer with Black Lives Matter Minneapolis.
Okay, and you're a defendant.
Yes.
And you're here for?
Here for court today, being persecuted by the City of Bloomington and the Mall of America for leading a peaceful protest on December 20th.
How many defendants are there?
There are 11 defendants who are being charged with misdemeanor criminal charges, and then there are another 25 defendants who had different court dates that were being charged for trespassing.
Okay, what do you expect to happen this morning?
You know, it's arraignment, so I think it's going to be a pretty low-key court process. And make sure that the City of Bloomington, Sandra Johnson, and the Mall of America understand that we're not backing down and that we're going to continue to demand that Black Lives Matter in this country.
50 years on, the people who are standing for the betterment of lives of color, African Americans and people of color, 50 years on to the week of the March on Selma, we're still prosecuting the people who are standing up for a better world. It is bizarre to be here. It is bizarre that Sandra Johnson, the city attorney, Sandra Johnson, the city attorney of this city, her own moral sense has so atrophied, her own moral imagination is so dull that she can't understand the big picture of what she is participating in here is bizarre to me. So I'm here because this is history, but it is also a repeat of history, and it needs to stop. We need to be able to move on.
I'm here because sometimes being a person of faith means being faithful to something beyond the law, but being faithful to what's right. And we support Black Lives Matter. We think it's not right that these folks have been arrested and are being arraigned today.
What's motivating the Bloomington action?
What's motivating them to keep pressing these charges? Capitalism. I mean, I think it's about money. It's about pressure from the owners of the mall. I think it's about pressure from forces of law and order to maintain the status quo.
Rejoicing. 8:30 a.m.
And think about how you are going to keep fighting with us, because we are still fighting these battles that they died for 50 years ago. We don't die. We multiply. We don't die. We multiply. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
So my great-grandmother Hickman was born on a plantation and worked as a sharecropper in southern Alabama. She lived through the first era of Jim Crow and was a mother during the Civil Rights Movement. Solely because of her race, she had a reason to fear for her life and the well-being of her children. Today, her great-granddaughter is being persecuted for demanding that Black lives should no longer be tainted with unnecessary fear of being unjustly murdered or incarcerated.
That's why we're here. We can sit here and talk about, oh, public versus private property all we want, but we know what this case is about. This is racial profiling.
And we're going to use our fists to draw down more of that energy that my sister Nisha was talking about from the Creator, from the Holy One. We're going to use that fist with this power to move forward, with this power to lay down the stones of our lives so that we can cross this Jordan River together and get to the side of justice where we see that Black lives matter.